Let's get things started with Vex by taking a look at a bit of theory before we get into all the code and the nuts and bolts behind how this all works. Specifically, I'll be talking about different geometry types inside of Houdini. We'll be talking about data types, which is common to programming, and then we'll also take a look at how this all relates to our geometry spreadsheet. Once we're done with that, I'll then take this star right here and demonstrate how you can use wrangles to alter some of that data. In Houdini, and with 3D just in general, there are three main geometry components that make up everything in our scene. We have points, primitives, and vertices. Points are the simplest of the bunch because all a point really is a location in 3D space. This location is notated by the attribute p, which is for position, and that position value usually has something in x, y, and z. Now, with points, you can also store other attributes onto it, but at its very simplest form, it's, again, just a location. Now, whenever we hit render, we also never actually render out a point. So a point is really just information. It's not something that ultimately gets seen. The thing that we actually see in our viewport and see in our renders are primitives. And these are the things that are created in our scene by using some kind of formula. So an example of that would be polygons, NURBS curves, volumes, packed geometry, primitive spheres. All these different geometry types have different formulas which allow it to exist in our 3D scene. And these things are called primitives. Now, these primitives don't actually use these points to build whatever it's trying to make. Instead, it uses vertices to calculate its results. And that brings us to vertices. Vertices are used by these primitives to calculate whatever it's trying to make, and it needs two things. It needs a point to calculate its position in space, so where the vertice lives, and it needs a primitive to associate itself with. Which primitive should it belong to so that it can help that primitive calculate its formula? So just to give a visual example of how this kind of thing might play out, let's say that Houdini is trying to draw out this primitive sphere. And there is some kind of mathematical equation that is responsible for drawing out this sphere. It's not going to be this particular equation, but whatever the equation is to make a sphere, Houdini knows what that is, and this equation needs vertices in order to fill out its information. So, towards the center here, we have this vertice, and it needs to know where it's located in 3D space, so a vertice might give the primitive that information. And where did the vertice get its position information from? Well, it got it from one of these points. So the point was associated with a particular vertice, which then was associated with a primitive, and that's how this formula got what it needed to draw out this sphere. So here's why this picture is essential to understand when it comes to Vex. All we're ever doing with Vex is we're either creating or manipulating data which is associated with our points, vertices, or primitives. And by altering this data, this will give us a different result by the time we hit render. So as an example of this, let's say that I want to use Vex to procedurally change the location of our UVs along a mesh. Well, this information is associated with our vertices. UVs use the point position and the associated primitive to figure out its location along the primitive. Well, this is, again, just data associated with vertices. It's just data that gets used to eventually draw the primitive. And so all we do with Vex is we can manipulate this sort of data, which then goes to the primitive, which then becomes what we render. And this is the most broad, general view or understanding that you can have with Vex. In the next lesson, let's take a look at different data types and how that relates to Vex and what we see within our geometry spreadsheet.